You are listening to Viewpoints from Place Cloud. Cultural researchers tell stories of places from around the world. For the full multimedia experience and to support the creators you enjoy, visit placecloud.io.
Clapton Girls Academy, situated on Laura Place in Lower Clapton, is on a plot of land that has been occupied by a schoolhouse since at least the early 17th century. Before the present Girls Academy was founded in 1906, it was the site of the London Orphan Asylum from 1825 onwards, and before that it was occupied by Newcome's School, one of England's most fashionable boys' schools. Newcome's School was an 18th century institution, established early in the century and closing in 1815. Its buildings were gutted in 1820 and then turned into the orphan asylum. But before all of this, there was the Salmon School, one of the largest and most renowned girls' schools in 17th century Hackney. 400 years ago, Hackney was in the Middlesex countryside, close enough to London, but far away enough that there was fresher air and lots of land. In the 16th and 17th centuries, Hackney was extremely popular amongst aristocrats and merchants. It is where London's wealthy had their large country houses, and it is also where many dissenters who disagreed with the Anglican Church flocked to. It is logical, then, that Hackney became a center of education for the children of wealthy and oftentimes nonconformist families. By the 1630s, Hackney was bursting with schools and was the center of girls' education, so much so it was commonly called the Ladies' University of the Female Arts. The two largest and best-known 17th century Hackney girls' schools were those run by Mrs. Salmon and the Purwich family. Elizabeth Salmon, the wife of Thomas, was a Presbyterian who taught French, housewifery, and polite accomplishments at her school. Salmon School was likely amongst the earliest girls' schools in the area, being well established by 1639 at the latest. The only reference to a Hackney school for girls existing before the Salmon School is that of Miss Winch, who boarded young ladies in her home in 1637. It is not known exactly when the Salmon School closed, but it likely continued well after Thomas Salmon died in 1672 and Elizabeth died in 1678, as it seems that their daughter, Sarah Cruttenden, took over running the school. By May of 1690, the Salmon School had closed and the Salmon Pew in the Hackney Parish Church was given to Benjamin Morland for use by his students. It is a bit unclear whether Morland continued the school established by Elizabeth Salmon or started afresh with his own school. The Salmon School was attended by the daughters of well-off dissenters and members of the Church of England alike, including the Anglican daughters of Sir John Bramston, a judge and chief justice of the King's Bench in 1648, and Lady Mary Daring, née Harvey, an English composer and daughter of a wealthy London merchant, in 1640. The most famous student of Mrs. Salmon is Catherine Phillips, also known as the Matchless Orinda, the daughter of a Presbyterian cloth merchant who became a renowned poet and translator. It was at the Salmon School that Catherine Phillips met Mary Aubrey, her closest friend and the Rosiana of her poems, and Mary Harvey, whose husband, Sir Edward Daring, became Sylvander in her works. All three were at the school in 1640. Mrs. Salmon's school served a clientele of girls from middling and upper-class families and taught Anglican royalists and Puritans who tended to lean parliamentarian alongside one another. We do not know what exactly was taught at the Salmon School, or even precisely when it opened and closed its doors, but we do know it was a major educational institution in the geographical heart of early modern girls' education. Elizabeth Salmon taught well-off girls how to be skilled and successful wives and mothers in a society where women were most valued as competent mistresses of homes and bearers of many children. But as can be seen in the example of the matchless Orinda, The Salmon School also provided girls with an education robust enough that students could become known as more than wives and mothers.